What's going on, everybody? Just sitting here this real late in the evening, this Monday, working this crazy hours I do. I tend to stay up real late at night, so I don't even know what time it is. It's real late, but anyhow, so excuse me if I kind of mumble on. But sitting here and was thinking about what my next video I wanted to put up, or what next one I wanted to shoot, and I had a lot of responses, and a lot of people sent me some PMs about the guns you seen me guys seen myself and my wife shooting the other day when I put that video up, which you guys really seem to enjoy that video. I don't know if it's just the fact you guys like seeing people shoot, or if it might have been the fact that you guys got a kick out of my wife asking what I was giggling about. Everybody seemed to really like that video, so I wanted to shoot a quick video about the handgun that was actually in the video, which is I picked that gun up probably, I want to say 6 months ago now, but it's actually a Ruger P95, and of course, let me safety check this for you guys. Of course, it does have a loaded magazine in it. We do keep this loaded when it's in the house. So this turned out to be a really good handgun for what I paid for it. I bought this, like I said, about 6 months ago, and gave right around, I want to say, $285 for it. I've actually got a good friend that I attended high school with that actually runs a pawn shop, and I went in one day, and he was actually knew I'd been looking at buying another handgun, and he'd got this in. He's like, I know you've been looking for something, and I think this might be something you might be interested in for the money. So like I say, I paid about $285 for it, I believe, somewhere around in that area, and been a real good handgun, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way before anybody even comments on this. This is not a Glock. This is not an XD. It's not a Smith & Wesson M&P. It doesn't hold the the name that those guns do. Now, I have owned Glocks. I've owned Smith & Wessons. I've owned many guns over my lifetime, and but for the money, this has been a really, really good gun. I've been very pleased with the gun since I've purchased it. I'll tell you one thing that kind of sold me on it. I was kind of worried about my wife being able to handle it properly, and I brought it home as I do any of my guns. First thing I do is to, check it, clean it, make sure everything's looking good on it before I even take it out and fire it. But I took it outside, shot a few rounds to it, and put it in my wife's hand, showed her how the safety worked and everything, and I think I may have loaded 10 rounds in it, and from about 10-15 yards she was pegging an empty Coke can after 3 shots. So I was like, this is going to be good for what I want it for. And my intention of this handgun was to replace one that I'd recently just sold as far as a bedside gun for us for home protection. That same shotgun you seen my guys, or my wife, shoot in that video, she keeps beside her bed. A lot of people think we're crazy for keeping a bolt action shotgun beside the bed, but that's her gun of choice. That's what she's comfortable with, so that's what she keeps as far as home protection when I'm not around, when I'm working late nights and whatnot. But let me quit rambling on and get back to the gun. But like I say, it's been a very good gun. I haven't had any malfunctions with it so far. But again, this is a Ruger P95. Of course, it's 9mm. It is a polymer frame. Again, this is why I am not whatsoever comparing this to a Glock or a XD, but it is a polymer frame. Comes in at right at 7 1/4 inches long. It's a pretty thick gun. It's a little over an inch. And it's pretty tall again. It's a little over, I think, 5 3/4 inches tall, with a little over 3-inch barrel in it. I think it's like 3.90 is what Ruger's website says it is, but it does do the job. Like I say, we've shot some really, really nasty ammunition through this, some really cheap stuff through it, and it's just ate it up and not had a bit of problems out of it. But one reason I did kind of get to looking at this gun, and I think maybe after this last video I put up, you guys may have saw that I am a left-handed shooter. I am left-handed by nature, and when I do go looking at guns, I do tend to look to see if they're ambidextrous, which this one is. It does. And let me grab this empty magazine over here. Again, it's empty, and put it in. It does have the magazine release on the left side of the gun, as well as the right side of the gun, which is good for me when I'm shooting it, because I can just reap and flip it. It does have kind of a weird mag release. It's not your typical button. It's kind of I call it a rocker button. You kind of just push it forward more than in, and it comes out, and same with the other side. As far as the safety goes, again, it is on both sides. Now, granted, this side it is a little different. It's a little larger, but of course, that's in the safe position there, and fire is just dropping it up, and same with the other side. But it also the safety also acts as a decocker, so you actually can put a round in the chamber and drop that, and it actually puts the safety on and drops the hammer on the gun as a decocker. But like I said, I've been really pleased with this gun. Just kind of want to share it with you guys. Again, it's a Ruger P95. As far as what you would use this gun for, I'm going to say it's probably too heavy for concealed carry, and it is a larger gun. Now, I have seen people conceal these things in crossbreeds and some other types of holsters. I just would find it hard to conceal it. It is a larger gun, and it does have some weight to it. It comes in at right at 27 ounces, I think, empty. So you can imagine with a full magazine, which this gun is 15 plus 1 in the chamber, of course. So you can imagine it's a pretty heavy gun by itself, so I couldn't imagine carrying this day to day with a fully loaded magazine in it. I think it'd be too heavy for that. Now, some people, you know, don't mind the weight, then more power to you, but I don't think I could see myself carrying this on a day-to-day basis. You know, in a tight spot, I could see maybe if I had to, I probably could carry it in the right kind of holster, like a crossbreed or whatnot. But as far as the gun goes, like I say, it's been a really, really good gun. I haven't had one hiccup out of the gun whatsoever so far. And like I said, we've shot some really nasty loads. And of course, you know, like I say again, it's not a Glock, it's not a XD. I'm a big fan of both of those guns, especially the Smith & Wesson M&P, again, because it is an ambidextrous gun. But like I say, and just kind of give you guys a quick look at what came with the gun. Of course, you know, Ruger is not well known for their nice cases, but it just comes in this basic plastic, you know, case, and of course, got your paperwork. Came with a lock, which I've never even opened up out of the pack, and of course, one of these little cheesy, you know, pot metal loaders for it, and it did come with the 2 magazines. And of course, you guys saw it in my last video. That buddy of mine that owns that shop, he's like, look, man, I've got this, you know, magazine that fits the gun, and I hadn't been able to sell. He's like, you know, give me $5 for it and you can have it. So that's where the Pro Mag magazine come into play, and it's got a little grease on it where I've been trying to clean some of my stuff up tonight. But this is just more or less for fun. My wife, she loves, you know, loading this thing up and just going to town on some targets. But of course, you know, everybody gets a kick out of them at the gun range when we go to our local gun range. It's indoors. You know, people like, you know, think you're shooting a rifle or a fully automatic gun. By all means, you know, you can go through them pretty quick, but like I said, he just had it laying around, couldn't sell it, and he's like, you know, give me $5, man, you can take it with the gun. But so I couldn't pass that up, you know, if anything, for a good giggle from somebody. But again, been real pleased with the gun. Like I say, it's been a good one. Hopefully, you know, if you guys are in the market for, you know, a less expensive gun just to keep around the house or something of that nature, you know, this, you know, consider this. I do, one thing I left out, I do have the Hogue grips on here. This polymer, it doesn't really have anything aggressive on it to actually hold on to it, so I did put this on here for a little bit more grip. And again, my wife kind of liked it. It helps her hold on to the gun as well when she's shooting it. But again, just a real decent gun for the price. You know, it's in the I would say in the $300 to $350 range, depending on where you live. But again, I think I paid $285 for it, and of course I'll call that the best friend's discount from a buddy of mine. But you know, for what it's worth, it's been a real good gun. So you guys take it easy, and we'll talk to you later. I hope you enjoyed.